Hi girls, today we are going to start our lesson 6, that is non-profit organization. So I hope you all are ready with your textbooks next to you and your writing book also to write down anything. Have a pencil with you while learning this lesson. Okay, right. So the content of this lesson is Introduction to Not-for-Profit Organization, that is the non-profit organization, and the financial statements for not-for-profit organizations. Okay, so first we will learn the introduction, then we will go to the financial statement for this not-for-profit organization. All business operate to earn profit. What do you think about this statement? Does all the business that we see in this world, do they operate to earn profit? Okay. What about the Commerce Association, Sinhala and Tamil Literary Associations, Buddhist, Hindu, Islamic and Christian Association, and these various associations in school? What do you think about them? Do they operate in order to get any profit or for the welfare of the students? Welfare of the students, right? Likewise, what do you think about the sports club, women's association, rural development association, and welfare association? Again, all of these are for the development of public, to do good, to do well, to the well-being of the society, and not for profit earning purposes. Okay, so the main aim of non-profit organization, in simple terms, as you would have understood when we went through the example, for the social welfare and the well-being of its members and the society as a whole. They want the social welfare and the well-being of the general public or its members. Okay. So now we are going to the financial statement of a not-for-profit organization. So remember what is a not-for-profit organization. Okay, it's not for the profit but to do social welfare. But still we are talking about financial statements. Why? So even if you're doing a not-for-profit organization, you need some income to maintain the daily operation. Okay, let's forget about the business for a while. Think about your house, during sports meet, your house. Sometimes, not sometimes, I think every year they do collect subs from you, right? Each house, they will appoint each person from each house for each grade and they will collect some subs. Why do they do that? Why are they collecting this money? They are not profit oriented, but to do the decorations for your house, the sports meet house decor, or to do all these pom poms or whatever you all call it. So all of these things, they take some subs from you. Same like that for this non-profit organization also, they need income to maintain the daily operations. So for this, they have to earn an income. Okay, and at the same time, while they are earning an income, they have to bear an expense as well. Whatever they get, they have some expense. The house money that they get from subs, they have to use it for decors. Like that, they do certain activities. Like for example, we can say collection of subscription. Just like subs, you in non-for-profit organization, you collect subscription from the members for the well-being, to do more things for them, to do better things for them. Sale of flags is example of collecting income. Conduct entertainment events and function. When you conduct entertainment events and function, you can sell tickets in order to get an income. At the same time, the expenses also of these events should be covered. Conducting cafeterias. In addition to their social welfare, they conduct a cafeteria in order to get some income to this not-for-profit organization. Organizing different competition. They organize different competition now. I don't know how many of you all took part. Sri Lanka Unites did a competition. If you had seen, most of our Methoites have got placed in that also. So when you look at that, they are organizing this competition for students. It went around on WhatsApp, you would have seen. They were giving prize monies, but it's a not-for-profit organization. How are they giving this prize money? By the income that they get. At the same time, this there is an expense when they are doing this competition, so they are getting an income from various sources. At the same time, they are using those for the betterment of the society, to develop the students. So there are some expenses as well. So you can see both income and expenses here. So it is clear that even the organization that run without a profit motive conducts financial activity. So whether you have profit motive or not, there are financial activities. You get income, you have to do expenses. So there is a financial activity. Thus, these financial activities should be recorded appropriately. You can't just be like, ah, it's a not-for-profit organization. No, this is just a sports meet. No, why do I have to mention how much I have got money? See, every house will have a treasurer, I think, right? And every association will have a treasurer. Why? To record all these financial activities. So by doing so, you can achieve the following objective. What are those? To raise awareness among the members of the society and other stakeholders. So when you record, you know who the stakeholders are for every association, every not-for-profit organization. There are stakeholders, interested party. So they will know what is happening. You are creating awareness among the members to maintain the trust of the members. So when you record all of these, you don't have to worry about what will happen in few months. If they ask you what did you do to this income, then you have proof to tell. So that will maintain the trust of the members. Members will know you're doing it for the well-being of the society and you're not taking it to your personal use. Okay, so do you have trust in your government these days? No, I'm sure all of your parents and everyone is like worried about their EPF money or the money they have put in their banks because they are scared. They don't have trust on how our income is being, how our money is going to be spent. So to maintain the trust of the members, you have to record the financial activities appropriately. To plan the future activities of the organization, you have to record. At the same time, when you record, you can plan the future activities. How? You know how much of income you have got. You know what is there in your basket so that you know what you can spend. If you don't know how much you have, if you're still in your dream world assuming, okay, maybe I would have got 1 lakh, and if you're planning a budget for 1 lakh, but to see you don't have 1 lakh, then your future plans are going to be unsuccessful or it's just going to be another daydream. So you need to know how much money you have, how much income you have got in order to plan your future activities. At the same time, it will show the past history. When you see the past history, you can see how much you have spent on a competition, how much you have spent on an entertainment program. So you can plan the future to conduct the operations of the organization smoothly. When you have all these recorded properly, you can run the organization smoothly without interruptions or problems where you run out of money. All those problems won't be there. So first we are going to talk about an element that we will learn here in not-for-profit organization, an element of financial statement, receipt and payment account. What is this receipt and payment? By the term itself, you all can see receipt and payment. Receipt and payment account is the account that all the cash receipts and payments occurred within an accounting period in a not-for-profit organization is recorded. All the cash related transactions, receipt, remember cash, not credit, okay? Cash related transactions are recorded in this receipt and payment account. So when I talk about cash related transaction, do you remember any similar prime entry book? Cash book. Okay, so you have learnt about cash book. Cash book is prepared by the profit oriented business. Remember, profit oriented business will have this cash book as the prime entry book. But similar to this cash book, in non-for-profit organization, we do this receipt and payment account. We don't do cash book, we do receipt and payment account. But again, it's similar to the cash book. And just like cash book, this is also an asset account. Okay, all the cash receipts are debited to the receipts and payment account while all the cash payments are credited. Okay, so remember that it's an asset account. So you debit all the receipts just like cash income, and expenses you credit. Similar to that, payments you credit in the receipts and payment account. The difference between cash receipts and cash payment in the cash balance available at the end of the period. So what is the difference? What is your carrying balance? Similar to the cash book, the difference between your cash receipts and cash payment. You do the brought forward, carry it down like that. Right. Let's go to the objectives achieved by preparing a receipts and payment account. What are the objectives? What are you aiming at when you prepare this receipts and payment account? First one, to know the cash balance at the end of the accounting period. When you do a receipts and payment account, you know how much balance you have, the carried down and brought forward. To manage cash properly, you can manage your cash properly. You know how much you have, so you can spend accordingly. To minimize fraud and misuse of cash. So when you record it, whatever transaction that you are paying, if it's fuel, you record fuel. If you're buying biscuit, you record biscuit. So it won't help the treasurer or someone to misuse the cash. So you know what is happening with the cash. They know everything is recorded and it will happen smoothly. To utilize cash reserves more productively to achieve the organizational objective. So whatever you have, you use it effectively and productively to achieve the organizational objective. To obtain information regarding the sources, like from where you got the money from. So the sources also you record it. Now we'll quickly go to an example. Now here if you look, now these are the sources, says from where you got money, for what you have spent the money and all. So summary of cash receipts and payment of the Commerce Society of the Doramadalava Mahavidyalaya for the year ended 31st/3/2006 is given below. You can see the receipts, you can see the payment. So using the above information, you have to prepare the cash receipts and payment account. So like I told you all before, you have to first identify the receipts. These are the receipts. Then you have to identify the payment. So here they have given it to you separately. So it's easier. Then using that, you have to prepare the cash receipt and payment account. So you have to write Commerce Society cash receipts and payment account for the year ended 31st/12/2006. This is important. Okay. Then receipts. Where you record the receipts? Receipts are on the debit side of the cash receipts and payment account. And payments are on the credit side of the cash receipts and payment account. So subscription received is an income. Proceeds from sale of magazine is an income. Donation received is an income. Advertisement, depending on this advertisement, now they have given it on the receipt side, no, so you can straight away have it on the income side. Sometimes advertisement will be given as expenses. Then you record it under expenses. Printing of magazine expense, stationery purchases expense, transport expenses are again expense, donation paid is an expense. So you can see here, when you balance it off, you have carried down and balance brought forward. So this will be the balance for the next year. So it's easy now, so I'm not going in detail one by one because you already know what is the income and what is the expense in general term. Then you have another example given in your book. Here they have not divided it. Okay, they have not divided it. They have given you the cash balance. So the cash balance you record it on the debit side. Then subscription received debit side. Rent expense on the credit side. Donation from the government, that is you're receiving now from the government, debit side. Payment for the fruit plants, you're paying. So credit side, payments for the fruit plants, credit side. Fertilizer expenses, credit side, it's an expense. Interest income, debit side. Interest for the bank loan, credit side. Like this, you can put it on the debit and credit. Okay, so go through this. If you all have any doubts saying, Miss, why is this on the other side? Then you can ask me. Here you can see advertising. Generally, if you all know, girls, advertising is an expense. But only that in the previous question, they have recorded it under receipt. So you just take it under receipts because they have given it under receipt. But if not, generally advertisement will definitely go under expenses. Okay. So remember that, and I will give you all a small homework. Activity 2, of course, you can do it in your book itself. It's just you have to correct it. Put the debit and credit properly, income and expenses. Activity 3 and 4 you can do. We have time now, so you can sit and do for the next 15 minutes. It's very easy. Okay. Right then, girls, finish and upload this work to the Google Classroom. I will meet you all in the next Zoom session.